Welcome to our first part of our three-part series of helping doctors build their wealth properly to help their practice, their family, and for their retirement future. My name is Ronald Flores from Curious Finance, where we help hardworking physicians protect their profit, reduce their taxes, and build a financial future with purpose. Because if it's your right, use it. Let us be honest and fair. Many doctors are losing hundreds of thousands over time for not understanding fully or optimizing their financial planning for their future. Whether you are employed physician with access to 403b, 401k, or pension, or in a private practice with the power to design your own pension plan. The reality is doctors are underutilizing the power of their financial planning and the opportunity available for them. Not because they don't care, but no one have taken the time to show them how everything works together to find a financial solution that fits for their needs now and for their future. Let us now look at the two kinds of doctors that practicing in the United States. The first one is employed physician, and the second part is privately owned physician practices. Let us now look at their option when they retire. The first one we're gonna want to look at is the employed physician. They have access to 403b tax deferred savings often used by hospital employed doctors. 401k, sometimes offered by medical group or private practice employers. Roth 403b 401k, a tax-free growth option. When should you choose it? 403b versus 457b. Can you contribute to both? Many doctors can, but don't. What are the limitations for this kind of retirement planning? Is 23,000 for 50 below and 7,500 for 50 and over. So that's a catch up for them so that they can have good retirement. What are the things that you need to be sure about this kind of plans? Most of them need to be looked at each year as you progress to your practices. The second thing that we need to look at now is privately owned practices. Privately owned practices have access to sole 401k, great for self-employed doctors, but has limits. SEP IRA versus simple IRA. Which one is better for small business practices? Cash balance plan pension. Want to supercharge retirement contribution and reduce taxes? This plan might allow you to set aside hundreds of thousands per year. Defined benefit plans. Less common, but extremely powerful in the right hands. So, after we learn all these options, let's deep dive more about the details of this option. The first one that we want to look at now is a 401k. As I mentioned, 401k is most of the time used by employed physicians in the private hospital, clinics, or medical groups. How 401k works? It allows the physician to have pre-tax contributions from a paycheck, lowering current taxable income. Sometimes employers offer a match, boosting retirement in savings. As I mentioned, that the contribution limit for this one is 23,000 plus 7,500 for 50 and over. But we have to make sure some of the things that we need to watch out for this kind of plan. That is, make sure that we know that all of this are detailed to us, and we can utilize, the physician can utilize this by a great first step for employed doctors to lower their current tax plan. High earner physicians may max this out earlier in their years and look for complementary strategy like backdoor Roths or alternative investment like real estate. Curious Finance can help you understand this most. And most of the time for our precision, we combine a non-retirement planning to optimize this kind of solution so that the physician have different options and have more ways to grow their retirement planning. The next one that we're gonna look at are the 403B. Employed physician at non-profit hospital, university, and public health institution. So how it works, similar to a 401k, but for non-profit setting, often paired with 457B plans for double savings potential. The limit is the same as a 401k, 23,000 for 50 and under, plus 7,500 for catch up for 50 and over. How are some physicians use this? Physicians at academic hospital or large nonprofits can maximize 403B and a 457B plan, and later we will make more details about this. Must monitor vendor fees, which can be higher than a 401k plan. May include Roth 403B options, offering tax-free growth. And the next third one that we will look at is a Roth 401k and 403B. And this is how this plan works. Physician who wants tax-free growth, even if they're currently high income, contributes are made after tax, but withdrawals is in retirement are tax-free. Again, but withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. Part of the 20,000 cap, not in additional to pre-tax. How the physician utilize Roth. Younger physicians expecting higher future income often go with Roth early in their career. Older physicians might still use Roth for tax diversification or if they're already hit other tax deferred plan cap. We may recommend strategies Roth contribution by a doctor are in a temporarily low tax bracket due to the business write-up. The fourth one that we want to look at our plans are 457B. This plan is government or non-profit employed position using alongside 403B. Offer an additional 23,000 annually tax-deferred contribution separate from 403B or 401k. The use advantage of this, you can double dip, contribute to both of the 403B and 457B. And if you are catching up or you try to catch up because you started a little bit late, some plans allow super catch up in the final 3 years of service. Again, some of the patients use this a top tool for high earning employed position with the access especially if useful for aggressive tax deferred close to the retirement. Curious Finance help assess distribution lists as some plans are not protected from the creditor. Let's continue to learn different kinds of retirement available for position. Solo 401k. Solo 401k is a self-employed physician, consultant, or side income earner. It works like this. Combine employee and employer contribution. You play both roles. How about the contribution limit for 2025? 23,000 plus 7,500 catch up for the employee side, and for the employer side up to 25% of the net self-employment income, a total of 69,000 or more depending on the age. How are some of the physicians utilize this plan? Ideally for doctors with locums income, consulting, or private practice. Allows Roth solo 401k contribution to more control over investments. Some use self-directed versions, a flexible plan that pairs well with a proactive tax plan used by Curious Finance. So what are some more of the position option for good retirement? A SEP IRA. How it is work? Physicians who are self-employed or run a small private practice can utilize this kind of retirement planning. But the thing is, this only employer and that can contribute and not employee contribution allowed. And there's a limit of 25% of compensation. The maximum is 65,000. No annual filing and very easy to set up. And physicians use this by solo doctors may use it to boost tax deferred saving quickly. Simpler than a 401k setup. Not ideal though if you have many employees. And one thing more, we sometimes use this as a bridge strategy while preparing to install more powerful plan. And after that, there are more simple and three things that we can do to help the position. And the next one is a simple IRA. And the way this work retirement is small private practice position with fewer than hundreds employee. How it works, both employee and employer contributes. The contribution limit is 16,000 plus 3,500 catch up. Employer must match this kind of plan, 3% or fixed 2% contribution. Physician who wants to use this is using this as a starter plan for new practice before cash flow allows for a bigger plan, less flexible than solo 401k or cash plan. Curious Finance may recommend phasing out a simple IRA as your practice grows. If you reach this point, I congratulate you. You are really homing on in this retirement planning for your position. Especially you are busy. I know that there's a lot of things that you need to worry about, especially your patient. But this time, you put dedication to yourself and to take care of your retirement because nobody, even if a Curious Finance help you, especially in your retirement, but nobody really will take care of yourself, your retirement, than you, better than you, right? So before we go to few more of our retirement option for doctors, I just want to make sure you are already subscribing to our channel, you are already liking our channel, and if you have any question or comments about all the things that we already share with you, please don't forget to comment down below. And if you are using some of this retirement option, please tell us how you feel about it and how are you experienced in this kind of retirement planning so that other physician will know how affect retirement for the physician. And so let's continue. Let's see if what are else that we can use to retire properly for the position. The next one that we are trying to share with you is called Defined Benefit Plan. Defined Benefit Plan is very highly suitable for high income earners like the position. You know, who was using this? Established private practice owner with high and stable income. So how this works like a traditional pension. Employer commits to a set retirement benefit. Contributions are calculated by actuary and often very high. So what are how much you can contribute on this thing? You can exceed 200,000 per year in this case. And some of that are, of course, we need to analyze your threshold or your um, kind of how you're going to be retiring and your investment threshold. Hold. So massive tax deduction for older physicians with high income. So how again the physician utilize this? Great for late career doctors who wants to catch up on retirement paths. Allows huge per tax contribution, significantly lowering taxable income. May be paired with other plans. So really flexible, right? Really, it's not the only one. You can combine different retirement like 401k or 403b. Requires actuarial services and long-term commitment. So basically, this are really you need an expert to help and establish this and maintain this kind of plan and making sure that, like I said, this is like a pension, so it's a long-term commitment. We can help you build this into a 3 to 4 year exit strategy or retirement guide path. So basically, these are the things that you can use as a bridge, or especially if you have partners in your organization that are already in the late stage of their retirement plan. We can help you assess if there is a good option for you. So last but not the least, plan that we can use to utilize for the position retirement is cash balance plan. Group of physician or solo practitioners looking for supercharged retirement plus tax benefit. So how this works? A type of benefit, defined benefit plan with a more portable feel. Credits annually percent of compensation and interest. So how much can you contribute? 100K per year depending on an age and income. So you use this with 401k plan to stack up contribution. So how again the position use this? Best for high net income doctors who wants to reduce taxes quickly, like the other pension, right? Um, use also used to reward partners in the group practice. So you can use this to really maintain good partners or position that you want to retain in your partnership. We often integrate this as a part of a large wealth and tax strategy. Works beautifully with exit, sale, and succession planning. So again, these are not things that we only use to really help you establish a great plan for your retirement. These are only the steps or only the first steps that we can use to help physician to take care of their retirement planning, and especially the private, if you're in a private practice, you've been taking care of this, it's like your baby, like your private practice like your baby. So we want to make sure that if you choose to retire, or you have somebody you want to take over of the company or the practice that you've been practicing and establishing, and this is a great start for you to use this as incentives for this partnership, so you can have a good exit plan for you or your partner in the company. So these are the things that we can use for you to have a other reason to have a more better, suitable, and more uh, brighter in your retirement. Not only you, but the partners and employees in your organization. These are the things that, again, we have to put in place now while you are really active in contributing and really active growing your company, and you are really here to grow your practice. As I told you in the beginning of this series, many doctors making mistakes because they have no time to really establish or think about retirement, and most of them only a matter of time, short time to take care of their retirement. That's why an accountant and a service like what Curious Finance do is very helpful for the position. But I just want to make sure too, even though there's somebody helping you, you still be the first advocate of yourself, especially for your retirement and for your family. I want to share some common mistake that I see in physician when they're thinking about retirement. One is picking investment based only on the past performance. So basically, if they see a colleague, or even if they have already some of the retirement planning, some of them are feeling tied up to this one particular retirement planning. Or sometimes when they hear negative things about one particular retirement planning, they try to avoid that. But for me and for the Curious Finance team, we need to make sure how this plan is set up and how they implement it. Most of the time, that's the problem. And the doctor are not involved in making decision. That's why they're making a mistake, because they don't ask the opinion of the physician or the client on how they feel about certain retirement planning. So what else commonly seen by our team with the physician thinking about retirement planning? The second is not coordinating employer plans with personal or spousal account. These are common that because they see that the account or the retirement account is for business, not for personal. But we always think about this stacking up things for you so that you know that you are not only putting one solution or one maintaining one solution for your retirement planning. So what else? The value is in how you combine these tools, not just which one you pick. Again, you have to make sure that you are combining different things from a retirement planning for to a private investment to a non-retirement plan, so that you can take advantage fully and not over utilizing the option and the government was giving you, especially with the IRS, missing out on additional tax advantage account like HSAs and backdoor strategy, not updating beneficiary or plan documents. We see this that some doctors just doing this one time and one time only, and then they don't anymore come back and review what they did. And lastly, ignoring exit strategy when changing employers and retiring. So these are the things that I we see as our team as we conclude the different kinds of retirement, and hopefully you're not gonna be one of them. Remember, this is where the physicians stop sometimes when they're looking for retirement. But for us, this is only the beginning for Curious Finance to help you really stock up your option, putting diversifying your account and your portfolio so that if anything happened to the retirement account, you never know what the government or the IRS will do. If something happened to the investment in the private sector, or if something a crash, different things that we need to accounted for. And that's the way that we do as in the Curious Finance. So we want to make sure that you understand that the things that we do in Curious Finance are really layering everything without naming them. Here are some of the example. Lowering taxes now and in retirement. That's one that we're trying to understand, and making sure educating our client. Fund their child's future without draining savings. Use insurance and investment to protect both family and business, and retire on your own terms. It's important, in your own terms, with more option than just waiting for age 65. Remember, there's a lot of things that IRS codes and in the book in the IRS that you can use and utilize. And this is already being used by high network individual in this country. So why not you, right? If you're earning a good income and then you are not only a source of jobs in the community, because if you're have a private practice or even have a good position or executive position in the hospital that you are working with, you know, you are establishing the economy, you get giving work for other people too. So why not take advantage, or or even not take advantage of, but just to use what the government or what the law allows you to use for your retirement planning. It is not about about what you can find in the W2 or your employer portal. These tools are built for people who plan, not those who just file taxes once a year. Again, the Curious Finance is here for you to have a good guidance on different plans and different retirement. And for Curious Finance, we don't file for taxes for you. We don't sell product just to sell product, right? We are here to establish a good sense of understanding what the physician doctors want to do for their retirement when they retire, and for their family. So what we do is to partner with physician and other high earnings business owners to design cohesive, proactive financial system built around your goal and aligned with a team of expert professionals, including your CPA, your attorney, and other advisor. We take the complexity of your plate by coordinating tax advantage retirement plan, risk mitigation, succession and exit planning, family wealth preservation, investment planning with purpose. Of course, we have to have purpose. And we don't operate in silo. We work closely with your accountant, enroll agent, and legal professionals to ensure every decision support your entire financial future, from tax savings to long-term security. We help physicians reduce their annual tax liability by six figures while improving team benefits packages and setting the stage for long-term wealth. That's the way, the Curious Finance way, so that we always gonna be have your back. We go beyond just setting up the retirement planning. Curious Finance integrates all of the moving part, retirement planning, legal tools for tax strategy, insurance solution, investment into a streamlined financial system that reduce your taxes now and in retirement, protect your asset and future income, build generational wealth for your family, keeps you in control of your business and your future exit. We bring you your financial world together in a way that's cohesive, collaborative, and centered around you. What we talk about today is just a beginning. Part 2 of our series, we will talk about what the wealthiest doctor do differently, advanced tax and investment strategy. This conversation might not be for everyone, but if you're paying 100K or more in taxes, this can be a game changer for you. You want to find a solution for your retirement plan and for your family. You need to find the advisors or consultant or a company that knows how to collaborate with other professional like accountant and attorney, so everything is layered properly for you, and everything in here that we talk about resonate with you, or you have a question to establish beyond a regular and basic retirement planning like 401k, contact us. We'll be happy to answer your question and to help you establish your future. Because if it's your right, use it. You work hard to, to build your career. It is time now for your money to work hard for you, for your future, for your family, and for your business.